we're going shopping. Ready? It's upside down.
I'm just having a snack right now. Some hummus and some pretzels. Family's sitting out back, just chilling on Memorial Day. Gonna go, Danielle and I did the registry thing. We're gonna go meet back up over there. We're doing barbecue at our house tonight, so. What's up, boys? Alright, just stopped at my dad's friend's house. Had a quick beer, they're doing a barbecue, but now I am going to see the doctor. I'm okay. The doctor that I'm marrying, I'm going to see her. It's hot. I mean, look at this. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if that focus, but that's 93 degrees, 92 degrees. It's hot. I'm gonna check in a little bit later. We're gonna be grilling up. I think Danielle said like chicken and ribs or something, so we'll see. All right. Guys, I had way too much to drink already. I just broke the seal, so it's gonna be a long night. Alright, so this is the second time I'm recording this now. The bracket that holds the phone, the clamp, was just in front of the microphone. Because, like, here's the camera, microphone's right here. It's covering the camera, or sorry, covering the microphone. Did the whole video, uploaded it. It's a mess. So, starting from the top. Memorial Day was pretty awesome. Went over to Danielle's, barbecued, hung out, drank. We did wedding stuff today, wedding registry, scanning. Yeah, that's really stressful when you gotta like make decisions. Like, do we really want this? Like, if somebody buys it, are we gonna be happy, or are we gonna want to return it? So like, you walk around scanning, and then came home and I was able to like edit and add shit in like 2 seconds on the website. So that's the way to go. Forget going to the store with the gun. Just do the registry online. It's so much easier. Although we had this lady, Nancy, this little old lady, and she was awesome, and she knew what was up. She's like bringing us right past the stuff that's like Macy's brand, like their own brand. She's like, no, you don't want that. No, you don't want that either. This is what you want. She's showing us the good stuff. So she was pretty cool. Yeah, that was my day. So let's get on to your questions. And this, I have a feeling this is going to play a big part in my morning tomorrow. So Chris asked, what's like your hangover food? And I decided, okay, so I have to like break that up into hangover food and drinking food, because they're actually like really different. I don't know if they're different for everybody, but like when I'm drinking, I need really like greasy food, burgers, fries, just all the bad stuff while I'm drinking. The next day, if I have a hangover, I don't get a hangover often, but I also don't drink. I don't go crazy too often either. So when I wake up the next day not feeling so hot, I just need some like breakfast food, like eggs, maybe some bacon, and then water, and I'm good to go. That's pretty much it. Kenny, all right. So I tried to write it down. I was like going through it in my head. Like how many states have you traveled? When I was younger, I went with my aunt and uncle. We took a road trip out west. We were gone 10 days, and it was almost all like state parks, or national parks. So like we did Wyoming and Yellowstone National Park, and I think that's in like, it crosses other borders to other states. We stayed in the park, so I definitely been to Wyoming and slept there, and whatever other states that borders. I don't remember where else we went. We did South Dakota on that trip for Mount Rushmore and the Crazy Horse Monument. Okay, so if you don't know what the Crazy Horse Monument is, I guess it's named after Crazy Horse or the Battle of Crazy. I don't know, some like Native American guy. But okay, so if you can picture Mount Rushmore, right? So like you got the mountain, and then the faces are like carved in the front of the mountain. The Crazy Horse Monument, they're like blowing up the whole mountain and turning a whole mountain into this like statue of an Indian. He's like pointing and sitting on his horse or whatever. Crazy. Makes Mount Rushmore look tiny. However, they've been working on Crazy Horse for like 60 years, and it doesn't look any different than when I went to see it however many years ago. I think it's like all privately funded, and so they must just like real slow money coming in. I don't know. I don't think they're even really doing much with it. But check it out if you want. I wouldn't go there just for that, but if you're like in the area, look it up. I think hands down, greatest national park I've ever been to is Glacier National Park in Montana. In July, we were hiking through like fucking 3 feet of snow. Really, really pretty national park though. It's on the border, Montana and Canada. When I was there, we were gonna end our trip 4th of July in Oregon, so the car we had was just loaded with fireworks. So we really couldn't even attempt to go across the border. But the U.S. side's definitely amazing, and I've heard that the Canadian side's even better. So maybe one day I'll get back out there, but that's another trip y'all could do. I don't know, whatever states are out there. Idaho, I don't think we stayed there. Washington State, because we went to Olympic National Park. I think it's like a rainforest, like a temperate rainforest, not tropical rainforest. That was really pretty. And then yeah, we ended in Oregon. We were there for a couple days. So whatever, I probably stayed in 1 or 2 states in between, like as a road trip. But and it's really gonna be the same thing, because like I'm from New York, and all my like a lot of my family's still in New York, so we do trips up to New York all the time. We used to drive a lot, and so I've stayed in a couple, like we'd stop in Virginia or something, or stop in Pennsylvania, like halfway, stop and see somebody, or just too tired to drive and catch a room and then get up and drive some more the next day. But that's really it. Like I haven't traveled too much in the U.S. So what is that? New York, Wyoming, South Dakota, Montana, Washington, Oregon, So like at least 6, and then probably just some stopovers. Like, okay, we're really tired. Let's just stop and sleep for the night. So I've been to plenty of those kind of states just driving through, but maybe like a good 6 that like I went to and did something. Yeah, I think that's it. That was my day. Those were your questions. That went by kind of quick. Okay, so my question. I know we did like what do you watch on Netflix? But I want to know, and I want to know your favorite movie and why. Or like tell us about it. Pitch it as if like we haven't seen it. I think hands down my favorite movie. I watch this probably every other week. I'm not really exaggerating. The longest I'll go without watching this movie is like once a month. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, starring Martin Freeman, also known as Bilbo Baggins, aka Dr. Watson. Oh shit, who does he play in the Marvel movies? He plays somebody in those movies too. Really, really good actor. Kind of understated. One of those like not many people have name recognition with him, but once you see him, you're like, oh yeah, I've seen it. I saw him in that one movie. But Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you got outer space, you got spaceships, you got aliens, you got lasers, you got fighting, you got different languages, you got adventure. You got like a young, kind of sexy, because she's kind of weird, Zooey Deschanel. It's just a good movie. A lot of British humor. Like this poor guy, his house is getting knocked down because like a construction company needs to build a bypass or like an overpass or whatever, and it's gonna go like right through his house. And it's kind of a metaphor because Earth is going to be destroyed for the exact same reason. The like Galactic Council is gonna build like a hyperspace expressway right through the sector of space where Earth is. So it's scheduled for demolition. And that kind of drives the whole movie. I don't think I gave too much of it away because you kind of find that out early. But Sam Rockwell, if you ever saw Moon, and he was in other stuff, but that's the first thing that's coming to my head. He plays like the crazy president of the galaxy. He's only got like half a brain. I mean, he's got the whole thing, but only half of it's in his head. The other half is, you'll see if you haven't seen it. So he's kind of weird. I think they said he was voted like worst dressed sentient being in the universe, and the polling said that people voted for him because they thought they were voting for worst dressed. They didn't realize they were voting for president. But anyway, he's president, and he like kidnapped himself in a spaceship, and the spaceship's like really happy. But there's a really depressed robot on board that's voiced by Alan Rickman. Just go watch it if you haven't seen it. I love it. I'm probably gonna put it on right now as I'm going to sleep. All right, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. I feel like I should blow you a kiss.